I hope that caught that. That was so cute. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Kijube, or Sam, whatever you want to call me. Kijube is my art sobriquet, and I'm an artist preparing for my first solo show in November. I usually film this talking segment in my studio, but I thought I would bring you guys to my tranquil backyard because it's so stinking gorgeous and I'm obsessed with being out here. I brought all my paintings obviously behind me, and we're just going to talk about what happened in May, which was not a whole lot of painting. It was a lot of building frames, which I've always wanted to do. So this month I bought a miter saw, I bought a sander. What else did I buy? I bought a lot of stuff. I bought a lot of new clamps, all things to make frames. And I started by making small ones for my Ghibli-tober pieces, the ones that were left over from the story sale in October. And at first I thought I could cut the wood by hand. Absolutely not. And then I thought I could just sand by hand. Absolutely not. We have these machinery and tools. I don't know why I didn't just buy them right off the bat, but I wanted to try it. I guess I thought I had it like that, but I did not have it like that. So we went on Facebook Marketplace to buy all the things, and very cheap, to be quite honest. I bought my miter saw for like $40, and I think they're like over 100 new. And then the sander I got from Amazon for $20. So honestly, not expensive. It's just like the cost of wood, which is also not super bad, but can still get pricey. Anyway, I made the small frames for my Ghibli-tobers as like tester pieces before I started making frames for the big ones. And it worked out well. I mean, it's super easy, 45-degree cuts. The only thing that was messing me up were the measurements, which shouldn't be that hard because it's just a square. But with the miter saw, you have to account that it takes off like a little bit more than you mark. So I just had some issues figuring that out. But I have two that were made too small, but the rest of them fit and they look so good. Something about a frame just makes the piece look so elevated and so much better. And I don't think I'll be putting out any artwork without like a handmade frame from now on. So that's sick. And for the big pieces, I've had a Procreate little tablet thing where I've mocked up all the paintings with like what color frame that I want. And I've had this green chartreuse one with this, I'll put an arrow in the video, with that self-portrait together for the longest time, and I finally made it happen, and it looks so good. It makes the painting pop, in my opinion. You don't have to have the same opinion. It's my opinion. I think it looks great, and that's all that matters. And everyone in my DMs and comments are saying it's yellow. It's green chartreuse. It is a bright green chartreuse. If you know, you know. That's what I'm going to call it. One bummer is I did make one of these large frames too small. So I don't know what I'm going to do about that. I was thinking about resizing the painting itself, like taking it off of its frame and stretching it over like a slightly smaller canvas. Or I think maybe the easier route is to miter one corner, put a little wood filler in there to stretch it out to be the size that I need it to be. Or I'll just buy new wood. Frames have been super fun to make. I'm so glad I took the time this month to learn this skill. I was low-key stressing about not being able to paint as much. Life is about balance. Like, if I want to learn a new skill, I'm gonna have to make some sacrifices to learn that skill, and it all works out in the end. In the moment, I just need to calm the fuck down. I need to chill out because I'm so much better for it, learning a new skill. What else has happened? I've pretty much finished like my newer inner child piece, the one of me napping with kimchi on it. I am so obsessed with how this turned out. I think this style has really opened doors for me creatively, and I'm super excited to see all of it together. I have so many sketches of things I have stuff at the print shop right now, so I can transfer my sketches onto canvas and get those ready. So like things are moving, and it's just really exciting. I'm so obsessed with how it turned out. I just have some finishing details with like the little things on her blanket, but just the color palette, how vibrant everything is, really speaks to my inner child and really like brightens up my studio, which I flippin' love so much. That piece, and then my newest self-portrait, it's kind of the same situation where I am on a blanket trying to relax, but in the illustration one, it's more of like a tranquil vibe that I'm trying to go for. You see all the cuties balancing on her head, and just like that symbolize the balance of like the world that she's in and how perfect it is, and she doesn't have to worry about anything. So it's a symbol of her living a full, balanced, carefree, trauma-free life in some way. There's probably a way better and eloquent and nicer way to word that, but I don't have words, I have paint. You get what you get, and that's what you get, okay? Whereas my new self-portrait, it's the same vibe. I'm on blanket, I'll have like things surrounding me, like my comfort things, but there's a storm happening in the background, and that kind of represents and symbolizes, you know, the real world. We can't control everything. It's not a perfect world. There's gonna be highs and lows, and there's gonna be lows and lows, and I do like struggle with like depression and like negative thoughts, and I won't dive too deep into that. I don't live in a perfect world, but I can try and create a perfect world through these illustration paintings. And yeah, it's gonna be nice to see those two side by side when they're done. Having one real life style painting and one illustration style painting side by side, kind of mirroring each other, this world versus that world, is something that I want to play more with and create more concepts around. So hopefully that happens in the future. I don't like to plan anything finite, just because that's not my artistic flow. I just let things go, and like the next illustration painting is not going to have a mirrored selfie is not going to have a mirrored realistic portrait. It's going to be like a one-off like the first one. Another thing I've been working on is starting a pop-up, an art and cocktail pop-up. It's called the Art Party, and I created this with the intentions of having like pop-up gallery shows, paint and sip with like my cocktail list that I'm creating, and having like different unique like art events for not only artists but like the community to come together. In my hometown, there's not a lot of that going on, or at least I don't know about it, so I just thought it'd be fun to create that, and so I want to create something that like feels good and welcomes everyone, and people that aren't immersed in art, like they don't make art themselves or they don't know much about art, can come and like ask questions and talk to artists, and it'd be like a great way to like learn, understand why people make art, understand the art itself. Right now it just seems like people make cool shit, put it on a wall and sell it for a lot of money, and I don't vibe with that. I think it's whatever, to each their own, but I think it's kind of lame. I understand like everyone has their own story and the reasons why they do things, but something without context kind of means nothing to me, you know? So that's my own little hot take. I don't mean that to be like harsh or like I don't want to offend anyone, but it's just like my perception of what goes on. It's like social media. There's a lot of people making the same shit, making cool shit without context. They're just there to like show off something that looks cool and try and sell it for a lot of money and, you know, get your bag for sure. Like there's definitely people out there just willing to buy shit, but if it's not, I'm at like a point in my art, I guess, that like I want things to have body and meaning, and I want it to be a full-bodied wine and not like a gas station wine. I have a meeting today with a space. There's a space here in my hometown that I've been wanting to do this event at. Met with them the other week, just like passed by and talked to her about it, and she's super down. So I'm meeting with her today, and we're going to talk about details about the space. I now have some like musicians that want to come and perform. I have a list of about 20 artists that are going to show art. So it's really fucking exciting to see this all come together, and I'm excited to meet all the people that are showing art. I'm excited to meet all the people in our community that are interested in seeing the art. It's just really stinking exciting. I'm so happy. It's nice to have my plate full like this. I think when my plate was full but it was just painting, or it was just bartending, or it was just one thing, but I was doing that thing all the time, made me feel crazy. Having painting and building frames and doing this pop-up, bartending, gym, like having a full plate of a lot of different things is making me feel whole. And I think that's so funny, because in terms of like your health and eating, you don't want to eat just like say you're a gym head like me and you just eat chicken for protein. Your body's not gonna feel great. You need to have, your veggies, your chicken, your salmon, your potassium, your bananas, and maybe throw a little donut in there. Who cares? Maybe throw a lot of donuts like me. I love sugar. I had cake for dinner last night. I feel like I'm making a lot of really funny comparisons in this video, but whatever. Okay, it's been 15 minutes. I think I've covered everything. Yeah, I think I've covered everything. I hope you guys are enjoying this beautiful weather. I hope you had a great May, and yeah, I'll be posting more painting clips. Maybe on my Instagram, maybe not. Actually, I'll probably just post this and then make a little reel about how I made a YouTube video and not post anymore, because posting on Instagram is just weird now. It's not a fun vibe over there. So Instagram, fix your shit. Oh my god.
It's been so long since I really got halfway in. Keep your foot here, and then when you jump, but with enough force. I got this when I was drunk at the time. It ain't easy. He like was bored out, and I didn't ride forever, but I was drinking like a couple of lights.
Thanks for watching. Like it, subscribe, send to all your friends and your family and your cat and your dog, and have a lovely, lovely rest of your day. I hope your June is beautiful, and I'll see you in the June studio vlog. Bye.